Let's be honest, who actually enjoys studying? It can feel like such a drag, especially when you spend hours on end with your textbooks only to forget everything the next day. But here's the truth. It's not about how long you study. It's about how you study. Think about this. Have you ever spent the whole day reading your textbook only to forget everything the next day? If you said yes to any of these, you're not the problem. Your study methods are. Today I'm going to show you how to study smarter, not harder. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to absorb information faster, retain it longer, and actually enjoy studying. Let's get started. Let's start with a technique named after the brilliant physicist Richard Feynman. It's called the Feynman technique, and it's all about teaching what you're trying to learn. Imagine you have to teach this concept to a 5-year-old. How would you explain it? Would you use complicated jargon, or would you break it down into simple terms that anyone can understand? That's the key. When you try to explain something simply, you force your brain to really understand it. If you get stuck, go back to your notes, reread, and try again. This process of simplification and retrieval is incredibly powerful for understanding and remembering information. Now let's talk about active recall. This technique is like a magic trick for your memory. The basic idea is to actively test yourself on the material instead of just passively reading it over and over again. Imagine you're trying to memorize a deck of cards. Would you just stare at the cards and hope they stick in your memory? Of course not. Instead of just rereading your notes, cover them up and try to recall the information from memory. You can use flashcards, create your own questions, or even just try to explain the concepts out loud. The key is to actively engage with the material and force your brain to retrieve it from memory. Now let's be real, studying for hours on end can be exhausting. That's where the Pomodoro technique comes in. It's all about breaking down your study sessions into manageable chunks so you can stay focused and avoid burnout. Here's how it works. Set a timer for 25 minutes and focus solely on your studies. No distractions, no checking your phone, just pure, uninterrupted focus. Once the timer goes off, take a 5-minute break. Get up, stretch, grab a drink, or just step away from your study space. Repeat this cycle 4 times and then take a longer break of 20 to 30 minutes. This technique helps you maintain focus, prevents mental fatigue, and keeps you motivated throughout your study session. Chapter 4. The 80-20th rule, also known as the Pareto principle, focuses on what matters most. Let's face it, not all information is created equal. Some concepts are more important than others, and that's where the 80-20th rule comes in handy. This rule states that roughly 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. In the context of studying, this means that focusing on the most important 20% of the material will yield the greatest results. Once you've identified the most important material, prioritize your time and energy accordingly. Focus on understanding the core concepts and principles, and you'll be well on your way to success. Who said studying has to be boring? Mind maps and visual learning techniques can turn your study sessions into engaging and effective learning experiences. Imagine your notes transforming into colorful, interconnected webs of information. Start by writing the main topic in the center of a blank page. Then branch out with subtopics and connect related ideas with lines and arrows. Use colors, images, and keywords to make your mind map visually appealing and memorable. Visual learning goes beyond mind maps. Try using diagrams, charts, and drawings to simplify complex concepts. Turn information into timelines, flowcharts, or even cartoons. The key is to find visual representations that resonate with you and help you understand and remember the material better. Have you ever crammed for an exam, only to forget everything a few days later? That's where spaced repetition comes in to save the day. It's a powerful technique that helps you move information from short-term memory to long-term memory, ensuring you never forget what you've learned. Here's the gist. Review new information shortly after you learn it, ideally within 24 hours. Then space out your subsequent reviews, gradually increasing the intervals between them. For example, you could review the material again after a few days, then a week later, then a month later, and so on. Each time you revisit the information, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with it, making it less likely to fade away. Spaced repetition is like giving your brain the right amount of watering at the right time to help the information grow and flourish. Our environment plays a crucial role in our ability to focus and learn effectively. It's time to create a study sanctuary that promotes deep concentration and minimizes distractions. Start by finding a quiet and comfortable space where you can focus without interruptions. This could be your desk, a library, or even a cozy corner in your home. Next, eliminate all distractions. Put your phone on silent, turn off notifications, and close any unnecessary tabs on your computer. If you're easily distracted by noise, consider using noise-canceling headphones or listening to instrumental music to create a calming atmosphere. Make sure your study space is well lit, organized, and stocked with all the materials you need before you begin studying. Remember, your study environment should be a haven for focus and productivity. And there you have it, the secrets to studying smarter, not harder. Remember, it's not about the number of hours you put in, but how effectively you use that time. Let's recap the techniques we covered today that will transform your study habits. Use active recall and the Feynman technique to retain information faster. Apply the 80-20 rule to focus on what matters most. Use spaced repetition so you never forget what you learn. Keep study sessions short and focused with the Pomodoro technique and create a distraction-free environment for deep concentration. If you want more study hacks and productivity tips, hit that subscribe button because your success starts right here.